I'm Sally.
And I'm Alan.
And we're Sal and Al.
The Woolslayers.
Welcome.
Hey, y'all.
I don't have my notebook, but I think it's episode 38.
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
And we are back in my house because Alan is the best and she's accommodating me because we already planned this even before I got sick.
Right.
But me being sick, it helps even more. I have to work at the school later today, so Alan was like, totally fine with coming and doing it at my house, even though it was my turn to go to hers. So thank you.
You're welcome.
We're such a good team.
We are.
We're very flexible with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And we communicate so well. It's almost like we've been in therapy together.
Oh
it's so great.
I feel like we are therapy.
That's true. This podcast is our therapy.
Yes.
I love it.
I know.
So yes, thank you again. Because it made it so that I could take this job that I really like. I love it's theater.
Oh, you get to be with the sparkly red.
Yes! There's sparkly curtains in the theater room. And it's a half day. A half day of theater is like the easiest, best day. You just show up, you work for 2 hours, you have kindergarten and first grade, and then you're done.
Oh,
like
wow.
It's so, I couldn't pass it up.
Right.
And so when you were like, sure, I was like, yay, I get to take the job. And she specifically like asked for me. So I was really wanted to take it. So, all that to say, we're here. I was really, really sick last weekend, so Alan says my voice sounds okay.
I hear it a little bit.
I feel like I'm straining to talk a little bit, so
we might be quick.
If that drives you crazy, sorry. I'm doing my best, but I feel fine. It's just all still like, working its way out. Watch out for this cold that's going around because it is brutal. Like, it's the worst cold I've ever had in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So, since I don't have my notebook, I can't remember what we're supposed to do.
Fales.
Oh, but first, you can find us on Ravelry. I'm Sally Wren.
And I'm Alan Loves Yarn, Allyn.
And we have a Ravelry group, Sal and Al the Woolslayers. Mm-hmm. We have a Facebook page, Sal and Al the Woolslayers. And we are on Instagram as Woolslayers Podcast.
All the places.
I feel so good when I remember to do that. Fails.
I forget.
Do you have a fail?
Fails. I think my only fail is that I have not picked up the sleeves on my turquoise sweater.
Did you rip it back?
I did. I ripped it back.
Good.
I put it on Instagram. I put it on the story.
Oh, that's right. I saw that.
Winding it off.
So
and that was fun.
You haven't even...
Just stuck it in the bag.
That's your problem.
And was like...
You should have immediately picked up those stitches.
Yep. I agree.
It's the same thing as like
second
immediately
sock.
Starting that second sock.
Yeah.
Once I put something off, it becomes insurmountable.
I will be doing it this week.
Okay,
that will be the very next thing. I will not allow myself to cast anything on until I get that shoulder shaping done.
Good.
It might be tonight that I do that because we are last minute going to a soccer tournament in Oklahoma City. And so that sleeve,
tonight?
No, we're going tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay.
Because it's only 3 hours. So, but we have to stay overnight.
Gotcha.
And so even though the sweater is big, because it's the sleeve, I only have to pull the sleeve out of the bag. I don't have to pull the whole thing out of the bag. So I can knit in a circle a lot at games.
Yeah. Get that picked up, shoulder shaping, and then
get the short wrist done, and then just go in a circle.
Yeah. So. Just tuck it real tight in a bag. Right. Okay, well, my fail is a sweater that it's not a super fail because I do love the sweater, but it's a fail because I've literally never worn it. So I'm going to go put it on. Okay, so this is my Ades. And I made it when I was about 100 pounds heavier. But it fits me better now than then. Mm-hmm. I have never worn it outside the house.
And why didn't you wear it outside the house when you made it first time?
It didn't look that good, honestly.
Want me to put a picture in it?
Yeah, I have a picture from when I made it. And also, we live in Texas, and this is a 10-pound sweater.
It is so heavy. I just held it while she changed her undershirt to put it on, and it is so heavy.
It literally weighs 10 pounds.
Yeah.
That's not super flattering from the back because it kind of
Because it's boxy.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. But, look at that cable.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
It is gorgeous.
It's not a complete fail because I really enjoyed making it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I loved making it. It was so fun.
Was it one of your first sweaters?
It was one of my...
well, you'd already
I think
done
so. Because I made it like 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. I loved every minute of making it. I fell in love with mattress seaming making this sweater.
Because it's in pieces?
Mattress stitch? Yeah, I was like, that didn't sound right. Yeah, you make it in pieces, which you need, like, people have converted the pattern to be in the round, but I don't think that would be a good idea. You need the structure of the seams. Like, it would just be, like, falling off of me. Mm-hmm. I don't think the color is super flattering on me.
You said that about that scarf you're making.
Yeah, but it's super bulky yarn, and I wanted to be all the same lot number. So I kind of just, which nowadays I probably wouldn't worry so much about, but I was really into, like, they say you're supposed to have the same lot number. So I just kind of went with whatever color I could get 12 skeins of or whatever. And so it's a pretty color.
What's the yarn?
It's Lion Brand.
Homespun?
Mm-mm. No, because it's super soft.
It is soft. Is it an acrylic?
Oh, yeah. For sure. Thick and quick. Lion Brand.
Yeah.
Thick and quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's super pretty. I'm about to break into a sweat. Not even kidding. Wearing it like I'm.
And you have a tank top on, and it's not warm. It's not hot in here.
No, it's too heavy for our climate. So this is Ades. Did I say that? It's a free pattern. It's Lion Brand Heartland Thick and Quick in the Katmai color. What was I saying?
Too hot for our climate.
It is too hot for our climate.
Inside, but you can wear it outside.
As a coat.
Uh-huh.
On a very cold day.
Right. That's what you wear to outdoor soccer game.
Look at that. I mean, I was going to say, this was like the reason I learned how to cable.
Oh.
Was because I wanted to make this sweater. Like, it was like, I was not going to,
there you see it.
I was not going to be able, I had to get it out of my system. Like, I was obsessed with it. And it's a free pattern.
That's incredible.
There's a bonus freebie for you.
Yeah.
I would love to make a sweater that's similar in like a worsted weight. Because super bulky is too much for me. So anyway, and the only reason I decided to show it today is because my knitting is kind of boring.
Monogamous.
Yeah. So I wanted to just have a little bonus track for you. So anyway.
Nice.
I'll be back. I want to change.
We're back.
I'm back. Okay, and I'm like 20 degrees cooler.
Yeah, I felt her arm after she took it off. It was like a hot flash.
Yes. Woo! Okay. Yeah. All right, so do you have any slays?
I do.
Good, because I have none for the second episode in a row. And it's not for a lack of knitting.
Right, that's true.
Go ahead.
I have two.
I'm glad you do, because I got nothing.
Okay. So first, I finished
the Black Death.
My Black Plague.
Black Plague.
Yes.
Sorry. I went way dark with it.
And it is just a little
How stinking cute is that? And it blocked out so good.
I stretched it.
When I did, but it's perfect.
As much as I could. I did pins on the points. I used blocking wires across the top line, which, again, that is something that is worth the effort, but it is not fun.
No.
So
I do love using blocking wires, but man, sometimes I'm like, why?
Right?
And why are they not pointy on the end?
Yes. Why are they blunt in a way that they catch the fibers?
Blunt. I don't understand. Can we sharpen them somehow?
I know. I feel like, you know what? I bet I could rub it on some sandpaper and at least get that catch off of it. I know.
Blocking wire makers, why?
I know.
Why?
So what you do is you start at one end, this end, and you catch, I can't tell if, okay, you catch each one of these little garter ridge bumps.
Or like, every third one.
Okay, I did every.
You don't have to.
Okay, that's good to know.
Depending on
how much
if you have a super dainty, like, lacy project, you're going to want to do every single one, but you probably could have gotten away with not.
Okay. So, I really like it. I have plenty of yarn left over, which I knew.
Gosh, I love
the eyelets.
It held its block so good. Like, how sometimes they relax and it's disappointing. Oh, it's cute.
Yeah. So, I really, really like it. It is small, like, it's right up.
Those have their use too.
They do. And
if it was too big, you wouldn't get the effect of the points.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? They would be like,
oh, yeah. That's true. And this is the small version. She has instructions to keep going. But realistically, I stopped needing to look at the pattern to know what to do.
Perfect.
Because it's like every fourth row you do the eyelets. And they're in between the eyelets from the row before. So you could see, like, it was 5 stitches in between, and you could tell.
Perfect.
And so I could have just kept going until it was a bigger size. But
Did you have enough yarn?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I had plenty. And I have another project I'm going to do with the rest of it. I have like 2.5 skeins left.
Oh,
so
wow.
I have plenty.
Yeah.
No, they are 50-gram skeins.
Oh, gotcha.
But
well, I think it's perfect.
Yeah. I love it. I love the points. I mean, I just love I love the simplicity of this polka dot, essentially, and then the lace and the points.
I love it.
So,
well done.
that's my Black Death.
And that was
Black Plague. You got it in my head.
That was one of our freebie patterns, and then now you made it.
And
I love that.
I finished it.
I love when it translates and comes back.
And I did really enjoy the yarn. It knit
It's
well.
nice. I like how it's not
It's soft.
but not like it has structure.
Yes.
It's soft, but it has structure.
It's a single, but it seems very
That's pretty
durable.
I really like that.
The
That detail right there. How lovely.
Nope, on camera. Focus. There we go. Okay, so that was that one.
Love it.
Then last night I finished another one, and it is also a small project. It used one 50-gram skein.
Ooh.
And I'm blanking on the name of it. Oh, Grideline. And I think it was a free pattern also.
That sounds familiar.
And I think I talked about it when I did the freebies with this.
Look at that color.
I know. It's our color.
And
so
pretty.
It the color looked very solid in the skein. Very solid. And then I pulled it out of the water.
Oh, yeah, look at it on screen.
Right. And that variegation is there.
Yeah, even in person it looks pretty solid.
Yeah, but
that's true. Now I can see it.
Yeah.
But I had to see it on screen before I could see it. What yarn is it?
That is a great
Sorry.
question. I have forgotten.
You can put it at the bottom.
Yeah, I'll put it at the bottom. It is, but it was, I only had one 50-gram skein of this. I think it was like a sale. Like, I just took everything
like a
out
random.
that kind of yarn. There was no dye released. I didn't use distilled water because I wasn't worried about bleeding. Though it is nice to keep your color saturated, but I was like, eh. So I used tap water, but and there was no dye in the water. And when I pulled it out of the blocking water to lay it out, I was like, did I get soap left on it? I literally put it back in to rinse it again in the water.
So you didn't even see the variegation until that point.
Right.
That's so funny.
I didn't see it at all. I never saw it in the hank. I never saw it. So I looked back in the water. Was there dye released? No, it was perfectly clear. That's and there wasn't even the sediment that you sometimes get at the bottom of the tub. No, I just couldn't see it.
You will wear that a ton.
I think so. When I was knitting it, it was like that. Like it was pulled in so tight because of that lace. But what I wanted to show y'all is I used, so because the skein, and you don't have to do it with a solid skein or a solid color yarn, but it helps. So when I did the long tail cast on, I needed 108 stitches, and yes, I could have estimated. I never get that right. I'm either short or I have a ton extra. But there is the technique of pulling from both the inside and the outside of the ball.
I haven't done it for casting on. Did you do it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. I've done it several times, and I really like it. So what you want to do is you tie your beginning and ending skein, or the inside and the outside yarns together.
Okay.
And then that sits on your needle.
Okay.
And then your hand holds the two just as you would, same as a long tail.
But one is coming from...
One's from the inside, one's from the outside.
Okay. I knew that this was a thing, but I've never looked into how to do it, so this is fascinating.
So then you do your long tail cast on as you would, and then you slip the knot off the other end.
Okay.
You don't count the knot as one of your stitches.
Okay.
And so now you just have 108 stitches on. You break the tail, which is on your thumb. So
which is coming from the inside.
Well,
whichever.
It depends on how you set it up.
Okay.
You want to pay attention to that.
How you want to continue knitting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you want to do a center pull ball, you want to have your outside on your thumb.
Okay.
If you want to do an outer pull ball, you want to have the pulling from the yarn or the strand from the inside on your thumb.
Okay.
Whatever's on your thumb is your tail.
Okay.
Because when you're doing the long tail, that's where you have your tail. So then you just break that one. So that's why I actually have 3 strands to weave in.
Yep.
When I get that done. I have the 2 from, and I will also say, I forget this every time. I tied my knot too close to the ends because that is not enough to weave in. You need to have a good 4 to 5 inches to be able to weave in properly.
Gotcha.
So what I did was I cast on extra stitches and then just pulled them off from the beginning.
Right, because normally your knot would be
right up against
it. Oh, interesting.
And so I'll just untie the knot.
It's a hot tip, Alan.
Thank you.
The hottest of tips.
And then this is where I had finished casting on, and I broke it to have to have just one strand coming off. So it's very helpful. It's extremely helpful when you have like 300 stitches that you need to cast on. And you can do it with a variegated or, even a stripe. Just know that the two, when you're doing long tail from one, when you've pulled it out, the typical way, your colors are going to be the same or very close. However, if you do it where you pull one from the outside and one from the inside, it could be 2 completely different colors, which will give you a different color around your cast on. Now, if your yarn is super stripy like that, it might not matter.
Yeah, it would have been 2 colors anyway.
Exactly. So you just have to, you can try it out, see if you like it, rip it out if you don't like it, and then go back to the estimating. But it really works well when you have it solid.
Super fascinating.
So there you go.
Now I'm going to have to try it.
Yeah.
Like I knew that it was a thing. I've heard of people
talked about
doing
it on Chicks.
But I've never even looked into how it worked. So, because I hate knitting. You know how some people will, what do they do? Like,
they estimate and then they're short and then
I'm talking about cast on? Knitting from both ends of the ball.
Oh, if you're holding it together?
Yes.
Because I've done that.
I hate it.
Oh,
I make the biggest mess. Like I get a tangled mess. So I always thought, oh, that's not for me because I don't like doing that. But it's just totally different.
At the beginning.
Yeah.
And
this
then you're
is totally different. So, new technique.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was your 2 sleighs.
That was my 2 sleighs. Let me wrap up again.
Yes, get dressed, please. Gosh.
This is my Italic Shawl.
Yes.
And I just love it.
I love mine too. I would knit it again in a heartbeat.
Yep. I love it. I love the colors. I love it.
Love. Okay. So I'll just do we're on to whips. How many whips do you have?
I have 2.
Okay, I have 3. But guess what, guys? They're all the same from last week.
Mine are kind of the same, too.
So real quick, here's my sock. It did get a lot of work.
It did.
I probably put on another color repeat. I worked on this during pedicures last night. I have the best book club ever, you guys. We went and got pedicures had our book discussion in the pedicure chairs.
That is nice. How many people were there?
11.
And how did everybody talk?
It's a huge nail salon, first of all.
Okay.
And they shut the place down for us.
Uh-huh. That's nice.
Yeah.
But did you have to yell for the other side to hear you?
I mean, not really.
Oh, okay.
They had a, we sat 6 and 7.
Oh, okay.
So we were all,
Okay.
it was only 7 people
Across.
long.
Okay.
Yeah. And, you talked more to the person right next to you.
Yeah.
But it was great. So I got a ton of work done on that. Felici Time Traveler. Time Traveler's the color.
That's so funny. Okay.
It's just a toe up vanilla, no pattern sock. What's funny?
Well, when I get to my whip.
Oh, okay. And then I'll just show this one really quick, and then we'll go to you, and then we'll.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it's finally starting to.
Oh, you have a lot done.
I put in a ton of work.
Look at that.
So when I was sick, I couldn't work a ton on the sweater.
Yeah.
And so this got some love, and so I know I have some. I'll trim all those.
Oh, right.
Don't judge. I will trim them. But, you have to, I'm basically starting a new ball, every...
Oh, yeah, you are.
Mm-hmm, because of that yarn. So this right here is the halfway point!
That feels so good.
Yeah, so it's 40 inches.
Oh, my goodness.
From the end to that halfway point right there.
Oh, my goodness.
And I took it up to the school, and I was like, do you think that this... Because she's so tall. I'm telling you. She's... so pretty. She's just so tall and just so beautiful. And so I was like, since you're 1,000 feet tall, hold this up and see, I was at kind of just a little bit past that marker. And I was like, is that halfway for you? That's halfway for the pattern.
Right.
And she was like, yeah, I like this. She kind of faked it like it had 2 sides, and she determined that yes, it is halfway. Yay! I was like, thank you. And so that made me feel really good that I could confidently say, when you have matched both sides, when both sides from this point match, you're done. So I still don't hate knitting it.
Oh, nice.
Because it is so mindless.
But
but
you need that.
Yeah, I need that. I do. And
everybody needs that. At least I.
But I think since I'm at the point, which is why I hate scarves. It's just can it just be done? I don't like making scarves. I just don't. I know you feel me on it. I just don't like it.
Unless there's some kind of, because I feel like the crown wools was kind of like a scarf.
Yeah, but that's still a shawl to me, because I enjoyed making the suburban wrap. I think it's because it wasn't 6 feet long or whatever. Well, yours was.
Mine was.
But that was different because you were changing stitch patterns. That's
and colors
different.
And
that's like making a shawl.
Right.
And so.
And there's some increasing and.
Yeah. So this is the no rib scarf from Pearl Soho. Free pattern, bonus freebies all up in here. This whole show is a Be Freebie. And it's for the front desk girl at the school who specifically requested it. And I'm making it out of the Pantone, Karen Pantone. I lost the label. I've talked about it several times. And it's great, cheap yarn. But the downside is one hank is 5 separate balls. So
which is fine if you get the colorful one.
It's fine, but when you're just making one color, it's kind of a lot of extra work for no reason, but it's fine. And she loves it. She literally, when she saw it, she was like, it's so pretty. pretty. And that color will look amazing on her because she's dark skinned. And I mean, she put it on and it was like, ah. I was like, you're so lucky you get to wear oatmeal and not look like a corpse. So that's that one.
It's ongoing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have one ongoing project, the Elton sweater.
Ooh, I can't wait to see it.
Which I feel like I've done quite a bit. So I finished both fronts. I finished the back. I have started on the body.
There's something so satisfying about having the armhole. Right? Like, you could wear that.
I could put this on right now. It's a shrug. So.
Oh my gosh, how cute. Yeah, it's a little bolero. Remember those?
Oh yeah, it's a bolero.
Oh.
And so I need to do 14 inches of the striping, which is.
So you are literally just back and forth knitting now? Nice.
And then it goes slower. The rows are longer because they're all together now.
It's more like.
But it is easy.
Yeah.
And
it's more mindless.
Yes. And so what I have found is that one fingering, or the 4 rows of fingering and the 4 rows of mohair make 1 inch.
Oh,
so
handy.
Right. So I need to do 14 inches from the underarm. That means I need to do 14 of those 8 rows. I've done 4.
That seems so much more like
attainable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Instead of rows, like, don't do the calculations to determine how many rows that is.
Right.
Don't do it.
Oh, no.
Don't do it in your head.
No. I need to do 10 more.
Just 10 more
of those.
It's just 10
So, like, this has been my mindless knitting because I'm literally going back and forth, and so
that color.
That's also kind of why I didn't do the sleeves.
Yeah.
Because I had some mindless knitting.
Yeah.
But I really just need to be done with that sweater.
You need to at least get those stitches picked up.
Yeah.
Girl.
Because that is what takes.
Have you learned nothing from me?
I know, right?
Why am I even bothering?
I know. So my other is a new cast on, but it's a repeat project. I'm making more shorty socks.
Yay! So I'm so glad you enjoyed making them and you're making more.
I loved them. So now what I've done, now that I've made 2 socks,
2 whole socks.
I have simplified the instructions for the pattern.
Oh, good.
Do you need to cough? You can cough.
I was trying to finish your sentence. Thank you. You're such a good friend.
That's right. I have simplified the instructions just for me. Like, do your, cast on this many, do your increase. Now, do the short row sequence until it's 3 inches from my
put it
heel.
in like Allen speak or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, I don't need to have every row spelled out for me now. Like, I have the short row sequence memorized. So, I picked up another ball.
What color is that? It's so cute.
I know. So it's Woodstock.
Still mustache.
I
need that. That is precious.
So that's the full set. I'm not even through all the color repeats.
Oh, wow.
Like, I was trying so hard last night. Like, I wasn't going to stay up super late, but I really want to get through all the repeats.
You're pulling from the inside?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, there's something dark coming up, but...
Yeah, I think that purple out there, this outside purple that she's seeing, is this one right here. So...
I love it.
But then, I like the little stripes too.
I know. Front. Those are almost Valentine-y too. Like with, you're getting into like a Valentine section. Well, I'm into pink right now.
I was thinking these colors seem very similar to your Felici because you've got the brown and the purple and the pink
and that pink color. When you first pulled it out, I was like, "Is that Pippi?" Remember my Pippi?
Oh, that's right.
But they had more like orangey like stripes in there. So.
I thought it was going to be 2 separate skeins, but it's not. It's all one skein. So they won't be, I doubt they'll be perfectly matched. Right. I don't think I'm going to try. I'll just pick up from where it ends.
And that's fun.
Yeah.
I think that's fun.
Exactly.
Especially on shorties. If you're going to go real crazy, get some shorties and go nuts.
Yeah. So,
how fun. Good job.
And they fly. Once I get to the short row section, it just... Because each short row section is essentially a color. And so I'm like, What's the next color?
I enjoy a short row. You know, like, yeah.
So I'm excited.
Question.
Yes.
Have you worn?
Yes.
Okay.
Loved
and are they perfect?
them.
They didn't stretch out.
They didn't.
Much? Okay, good.
One is bigger.
Right.
But they're both comfortable.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I think, and this time, I think what I'm going to do, like, I kind of lost track at how many short rows I've done. I probably could go back and read the knitting and count it. But I think I really am going to just try it on. I think I'll just do that every time. Because,
why not?
Right. Like, my gauge could
true
change every
fit.
time. Right. So I will just put it on, and when it's to 3 inches from my heel, then I'll start doing the next instructions. So, and then even when I get to the gusset, like, that part is pretty, like, in my instructions, it's start the gusset. Like, I know how to do that now. So it,
I like doing gussets. I don't always do them, but just because I love a vanilla sock tube. But there's something really, I don't know, satisfying about a gusset.
I really like this one because it's a short row. So you make a short row cup. And I don't ever have to pick up. Like, it's not where you pick up on the side.
That makes sense for a shorty too.
Yeah. Especially the shape
in
of
the short row, a short row heel. Yeah.
Yeah. So
cool.
That's
I'm gonna make
the colors. We're gonna do it. There we go.
So pretty.
I know.
I might have to get that.
I love it. And I look at I have all the mustache little remnants together, and I'm just like, oh, I can't wait for those to all turn into socks.
I know.
And I will say, so I only have the one pair of wool shorties.
Right.
And or NoShow. And so I've been wearing my cotton ones this week because I just washed the other ones today because they went into my hand wash bin. And I have had the sweatiest feet.
Oh, interesting.
Because of the cotton. Like, they would get hot in the car driving to work, and then I'd be in the office, and I was organizing a bunch of stuff, so I was walking around a lot. My feet, and then I'd go home and take my shoes off, and my socks were soaking wet. Gross, right? I feel like I have swamp feet.
Do you follow Clara Parkes?
Yes.
Have you seen her recent
her rants about wool?
You guys follow her on Instagram. I'm pretty sure she's just at
it's just Clara Parkes.
Amazing.
It's an education.
It's an education. It's a free education that you would. Some people have paid a lot of money to get that much information about wool and the benefits of wool. And
we took a class from her. Did you? I know my mom and I did. Okay, my mom and I did at Fiberfest at DFW.
I didn't that year.
She's so cute.
She is.
Yeah.
And she just writes in a way that makes you want to read it. Like, she's so good. If you guys don't follow her,
she's hilarious.
Little recommendation.
Yeah.
I've just been just like, she's ripping into this company now about their wool.
When she goes off on Land's End and
Alabama. She's like, oh yeah, really? How much wool is in that? Oh, 7 whole %. Great. That's going to keep someone alive in a blizzard. I'm just like, I'm so glad I live in Texas. I don't have to. Love it. Yeah. But, I mean, she would be listening to your cotton sock story and be like, yeah, shocking, Ellen.
I know. Like, it even makes me... So I started a new workout place where it's not... I won't run... Like, they don't do running on the treadmill. And so in the past, I haven't wanted... Like, I've worn performance socks, running performance socks that are supposed to wick and all that. But after my experience this week, and now going to a gym that the workout is weights, and I mean, I get cardio, it's just not on a treadmill like this, where there's not as much friction for your
low
socks.
Impact and,
I imagine only wearing wool socks from now on, even in the summer.
All right.
Even I don't wear them very often in the summer, like because I wear open shoes.
Yeah.
But
not with your workout.
No, not with my workout. Yeah. Like, why couldn't I wear them to work out? Because they're gonna wick away.
I've never worn a hand knit sock working out.
Well, I will let you know.
Let me know.
But I need more of them because I'd rather wear the hand knit sock for more than an hour.
Right. Yeah. You're like, and then I have to wash it.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to have the hand knit all day.
I love it.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, but wait, one more thing that she said that Clara Parkes, one of the things she posted, she posts things from other companies a lot and like then does commentary on it. And one of them, the Swiss wool, did you read that? Those? They were kind of long.
I saw it. Yeah, I didn't like delve into it, but I saw the gist.
So I swiped up and went to the site and was reading because I'm like, what is this? Well, on their site, they talk about how you can wear their products and not like you can wear them, sweat in them, hang them up to air out and dry, and wear them the next day because wool naturally
is antibacterial,
and it releases odors, and so the next day it's like it's clean again. So I'm like, maybe I could do that with my socks.
That's amazing.
I know.
That is so interesting.
It is.
And like stuff you don't think about.
Right.
That's why we need Clara Parkes in our life.
Yeah, we do.
All right, y'all go follow her. Okay, so my last whip is my sweater that I am knitting as a sample for Suburban Stitcher. And now, okay, she hadn't come out with the collection.
She hadn't.
Okay, so now the collection's out. I think the pre-orders are over.
They are.
But you could still go and see what she has left as far as non-yarny type items. I did order some stuff, but it's not in yet because I ordered yarn as well, so it's being dyed. So all the non-yarn things that I ordered will come with my yarn. So I have to wait, but that's okay. I don't want to pay 2 shippings. So so I am making the Let It Fall sweater, and I got the front done.
Yay!
Look, that's the
you split. You got to the point where you split the underarm?
Oh yeah. Well, because it's bound off at the top, see?
Oh.
Like
you've already right. But I mean, this is last time you hadn't gotten to this point.
Yeah. So the underarm is the underarm.
Right. Wow, you got a lot.
Yeah. So I did the front is done. At a certain point, like you get to a point and then you stop working in the round, and I put the back stitches on hold, and then you come and you do the right shoulder. Because you're binding off this way, a few stitches at a time, and then you bind off the top seam. Then you come over here. So the back was on hold and these stitches were on hold. And you come over here and you work up, binding off this way, bind off the seam. So that's the front, and then you do come back and do like a ribbed neckline later. But look at all that.
Yeah.
Look at all those leaves. And so I literally got that done last night and came back and got these off of waste yarn. Like put my needle back in. Like if you will see, this is not attached to working yarn because I haven't even started. So you come back and you start. See how I had just started the lace before it got put on hold? I'm going to go up the back with the lace, doing the same thing. I don't think you bind off because there's, it's like a high neck in the back. And I'll eventually be binding off seams or, things that will be seamed to the front later. So I only have a little bit of lace left just up the back, and then it's sleeve time.
And what's the sleeve?
The sleeves are reverse stockinette, but I'm going to knit them inside out. So I'm just going to...
Because you just sew them on. They're not picked up.
No, you do pick up, but what you can do is... so, let's see, that's... Okay, so what I'll do is I'll pick them up and then literally knit them turned inside out and then turn it right side out when I'm done. So and it says in the pattern that you can do that. I mean, it says like if you prefer to knit instead of purl. I was like, yes, please.
Yeah, much faster.
Just because it's faster and my gauge is my tension is so much more even with knitting. So I'm gonna do that, and so like I'm kind of really excited to get to the sleeves. And I still don't hate knitting this at all. It's really fun. But it's another, I've been working on it for so long. I'm just ready to, because I have not cast on, I'm not allowing myself to cast on anything new. And so I'm like, sorry, I'm boring. But so this is in Suburban Stitcher Dahlia. It was a re-release for her Peach Collective. And it's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous.
So this will be a sample for her to use in her booths or to wear while she's selling. And what else? I think that's it.
It's a sport weight.
It's a sport weight, 100% merino. There's no nylon in it, so it will block out really nice.
Yes, it will. And it will, this lace will
it opens
grow
up
so much.
Look how much,
just based on this.
Yeah, it looks so much better.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's so pretty.
It's pretty. Yeah, and it's such a weird, I haven't done a lot of bottom up.
I don't think I ever have.
The only bottom up I've done is the kind where you like knit the body and then you knit the sleeves and then you knit the sleeves and then you attach it all and do the yoke.
Oh.
But this is like weird. It was weird how you like go here and then you go here.
Right.
I've done those from the top down where you do this.
Like I just did on the Elton.
But for some reason it weirded me out doing it in the opposite. I'm back really into it now that I'm not in a fog of cold medicine. So I don't know when we're recording next, but I'm not making any promises. So I was a fail on the Nanny Swimo, but y'all,
right?
It's a huge, boxy, oversized lace sweater.
Right.
I am not being hard on myself.
No.
At all. And I was sick.
Right.
And I've worked a ton. Sorry, I've been working a ton this month, so I think I've done great.
I think so too.
So that's it for Wippidy Dips.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that.
I like that though. Whip cracking.
I'm still a little bit out of it.
Right. So what's next?
Okay, so we can talk about freebies.
Okay.
Or trophies.
Trophies would be first.
I don't have any yet. You don't have any. Okay. I have just a quick literal trophy. I won something. So, well, technically I did buy the peach stuff, but it's not here yet. So TBD. So remember the hat along with Just One In, Liz from Just One In. It was like in November.
Yeah. She's talking about she was way behind.
Yeah, she took a break, I guess, from podcasting for a little bit. Or because she did Vlogmas. Mm-hmm. And so her first regular episode came out last week? Really recently. Mm-hmm. Why do we even try?
I know. All the days blur together.
Yes. And she announced the winner of the hat along, and it was me! Do you guys remember how I said that, this one chick's going to win it because she has like 30 hats in there?
It shows you can't win if you don't sign up.
Oh my God. Like, her odds were literally, I think I put 2 hats in it. And this chick had at least 15. I might be exaggerating when I say 30. It was at least 15. And I still won. What in the heckarino? Okay, so thank you, Liz. So I got an e pattern book called the Barrow Collection. We actually have, it's the same as our friend.
I know, I was thinking Amber should have won that.
The Barrow Collection by Jerry Robinson Lawrence and Irina Lawrence. Maybe sisters? One of them's married? No, sisters. It wouldn't be sisters.
Or mother-daughter?
Could be. I don't know. I need to look into this. And so it's super cute. It's I think 5 patterns maybe. Mm-hmm. I haven't gotten to delve into it too much because I just got it like yesterday. There's a cowl. There's a hat. There's socks. There's a scarf. No, thank you. Hard pass. No offense. There's some fingerless mitts that are super cute.
What is the texture on that?
It's just this like...
Oh, like a little circle.
Mm-hmm. And the way they have like fuzzy yarn. Mm-hmm. And I can send you these pictures if you want to pop some pictures.
No, I can get them from Ravelry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Mitts. And that was it. So, kind of excited.
That's awesome.
It's super fun to get like a little pattern collection. Mm-hmm. So, thank you, Liz. Yay. And you guys should check out Just One In.
Yes.
We love her.
Yes. And she's prolific and funny.
And she speaks so nicely of us.
I know, right? I know. I can't hair flip.
I used to hair flip even when I had short hair. I would still just go like that. I'll sometimes have a ponytail, and I still am like, and Mitch is like, oh my god. It's all in just how you work it.
Right.
So anyway, that was my literal trophy.
Yay.
That's all I had.
Okay.
So freebies?
We be freebies. So it's Valentine's Day coming up. I know. Which in our household, it is Zane's birthday.
Oh yeah, that's right. I always forget that. Oh.
I know. So
Mitch and I don't we don't give each other anything. But I do give stuff to my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do.
I make I put red food coloring in their milk, and I lovingly toast some Eggo waffles and cut them into hearts. Yeah. I'm like the best at being so lazy, but still trying. Like, they love it.
Right.
And it costs me 0 time or effort. You're welcome. Mom tip. You don't gotta make heart-shaped pancakes. You can get frozen pancakes and warm them up and still cut them into hearts. I've also cut toast into hearts. I've made pink scrambled eggs, which is disgusting.
Ooh. That sounds horrible.
They look like brains.
Oh,
they look like brains.
I was thinking Pepto-Bismol, but yeah, brains.
Yeah,
they're
not as pink as Pepto-Bismol.
Right.
You just put red food coloring. The kids love it, and I'm like, here's your eggs. The pink milk is pretty gross too.
Right. Well, for me, it would just look like strawberry milk.
Yeah, I don't drink strawberry milk, so it's not something I see normally.
Right.
So when I see pink milk, I'm like, there's blood. There's blood in it.
Blood.
Well, I grew up in the country, so
that's true. Yeah, you have seen blood in
Sorry,
milk.
This is a disgusting episode between my and pink milk. Anyway, that's what I do for and I'll give them a little treat or something. So that's all we do for Valentine's Day. But I love the whole kind of right. All the hearts and pink and So I want to see what you've got for freebies.
Okay, so freebies are Valentine's themed.
Love it.
Okay, look at this hat. Valentine tic-tac-toe hat.
Yeah.
It's really just
X's
kisses
and
hugs.
O's.
X's and O's.
That's cute.
I mean, adorable.
And you know how I feel about a Farrell hat.
Right.
My favorite thing in the world.
Right. And I will say, look at the texture on that.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that the biggest example of your dominant color being in the hand so that it comes to the front? Because doesn't it almost look duplicate stitch? The way the red pops off.
I love it.
Yeah. Okay. Then Lazy Heart.
Cute.
And there's a ton of little heart patterns out there. But she said these are no seam.
Ooh.
Right. I think you just start at the bottom with
a Turkish.
I think a Turkish cast on. I haven't read the pattern, but I think you do a Turkish cast on it and you just increase just like a toe. And then there's some shaping to make the waves. And then increases, to make the waves. And then
that's amazing.
Kitchener or 3-needle bind off.
Nice.
I know. And I think those are great for little kids. They're a perfect little hand-sized lovey to put in their pocket. If you have a kid that's scared to go to school or, doesn't
You have my heart.
Exactly. Yeah. And they can just reach in their pocket and feel it and know that mom's thinking of them or dad, But they also, I ordered a pound of lavender one time for a project because
tuck a little in there.
I didn't know what the volume
I was about to say, how much of that do you have left?
It's a lot. So putting some lavender in there instead of polyfill.
You can hang it in your closet
or stick it in your drawer.
Stick it in your drawer.
Yeah. So and there's a shawl, Heart of the Dragon.
Cute.
It's a little shawlette.
It's so cute.
Narrow but it uses lace and not cables, just lace to make little heart patterns.
Very cute.
Then these socks. Soulmate heart socks.
Shut up. Love.
Right. And that's Fair Isle.
Very cute.
And so but of course I would want to
take that and make a hat or a mitts out of it.
Exactly. And then the last one is
goodness.
little keychain hearts. knit hearts to be my Valentine. And, I mean,
stinking cute.
How cute would that look on a backpack?
Yeah, like a zipper pull.
Yes.
Yeah.
Put it on your purse, like, super cute.
I wouldn't put it on my keys because it would get destroyed.
Right,
I am so hard on keychains. But a zipper pull, heck yeah. Put it on your knitting bag.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it can use up the little remnants of, that's what I should do with my leftover stripes from the socks.
Amelia would wear that as a necklace. She would put it on a chain and wear that.
That's true. That's true.
Cute. Very cute.
Those are the Valentines. We Be Freebies.
I just love how much I love Valentine stuff. When I don't, like, Mitch and I are like, ugh, please don't get me anything. Like, we hate it.
Made up holiday.
Yeah. But I love Valentine stuff.
I always give the boys Valentine's gifts on Valentine's, and then I'm very obvious about this is for Valentine's.
Yes. Yes.
So.
Well, I'm sure Cade loves it because he gets a present on Zane's birthday.
Right. Though I'm one of those, they typically get a present on the other one's birthday anyway.
Are you serious? Screw that. No.
My parents do it too. So Cade actually ends up with like 3 or 4 presents.
No. That is not okay. You're setting him up for unrealistic
disappointment.
That is hilarious.
The rest of his life, he's going to expect presents.
Yes, on everybody's birthday. It's like he's going to be married. He's going to be like, "What'd you get me for your birthday?" And she's going to be like, "I hate your mom so much."
Right.
Just kidding. I'm just cheap and I'm not a good gift giver. So I'm like, no, I'm not buying presents for both of them. It was hard enough to buy presents for the one whose birthday it is. That is so funny.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So I think that was it.
Mm-hmm. We have no updates on camp
except this is the last time we're podcasting before
open registration.
Open registration on February 11th. Mm-hmm. It will be in all the places. I'm gonna just post the link. And the first,
and we'll email it out to the people that have given us.
Yes, I'm gonna email it to the people who've asked me to, and then it's gonna get posted. That'll be first, and then it's gonna get posted in all the social medias. And first come, first serve, babies. Like, there's not a lot of room left.
Yeah. Yep. So
you need to have your money ready because we can't, like, it's when you pay.
Right. And you'll receive an invoice pretty quickly after you register. If everything works right.
Yeah. So
and we'll know the order that people registered, so don't worry about, thinking that somebody's ahead, slipped ahead.
But you got to pay when you get that invoice. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it's a tiny inn, you guys. It's tiny.
I know.
I'm so like
yeah.
Okay.
It'll be fine. It's
gonna be fine. Like,
right.
We've been very upfront. We can only fit this many people. So pick your bedmates, pick your roommates, and get ready for February 11th. I think that's it, though.
Well, and Ellen Floyd, Nana's Parkes, she still needs a roommate.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
If you went in on one of the 2 queen bedrooms, she's in one of them, and she needs a roommate. So look on the message board.
Or we'll just stick the first person who registers for a
that
also needs a roommate.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will see you after registration.
Yep.
I'm so excited.
I know we do.
But that's the only thing we really needed to throw out there.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Okay.
I have to go work in theater now.
I have to go to Costco.
Ooh, I need to do that too, but it's not gonna happen.
I know.
Tomorrow maybe.
I'll be in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I know. The boys are hoping there's snow. For all you that are in the polar
I was literally like, oh, we need to reach out to you. You guys up in the polar vortex. How are you doing it? Tell me. I saw on the news that they discourage speaking or breathing outside.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry. What? Of course, my husband was like, well, you're not going to talk? I was like, that's how I'm going to die. That's how I would die. I would be like, I can't resist talking. And then I would just pass out. And
well, they canceled school in Chicago because it was going to be negative 54.
I don't even understand.
I know. You just.
No.
Yeah. I lived in Chicago for 10 years and we had stuff like this.
I live here and I'm freezing all the time. You don't get used to it.
I feel like some of the coldest winters I spent were in Houston growing up.
Hilarious.
Still feel that way because we wouldn't heat enough. You know, like we just,
and you don't have the clothes.
Right.
We don't have the right clothes.
And you wouldn't want to wear a coat when you went out because you didn't need it when you went inside. And it wasn't that cold outside, but it was damp, and
That's
40
true.
and damp
It's
to
gross.
me is worse than
You're
25
gonna piss them off.
and dry.
Let's say you're gonna piss off those polar
I wasn't
vortex.
going down to 54. Negative 54.
Negative 54 is cold. I don't care.
I'm not leaving the house either if it's negative 54.
No, especially if you're not allowed to talk. I mean, what's the point?
Right. I know.
That is insane, and our hearts are with you.
Mm-hmm.
I am sending you, here's some chili, here's some tea. Oh, please bundle up, get an electric blanket, get a Cozy Toes. Here's a hot tip. If y'all probably know.
I want one of these things. I never heard of them.
Okay, I will link it. From Amazon. It's Sunbeam brand. We are skipping all over. Do you see me?
I saw that, but
skipping.
I don't know if it'll actually.
It's a Sunbeam brand, and it's called Cozy Toes, and it's just a heating pad that goes along the bottom of the foot of your bed. And we turn that bad boy on like an hour before bed, and you get in your bed, and it's just gently warmed your whole bed without being like hot. Because sometimes an electric blanket, like I can't sleep with an electric blanket. I love to cuddle. I actually have one that I cuddle with on the couch because I'm bougie. Because I'm precious. Ever since I lost 95 pounds, I cannot just sit on the couch. Like, I freeze to death. How do you naturally skinny people do it? I don't get it. I was like, I never used to be cold. Anyway, Sunbeam brand Cozy Toes is thebomb.com. Even in Texas, like, I am so spoiled by this. I can barely sleep if I have to get into a cold bed. Such a baby. But it's so nice because I turn it on high, and then when I get in bed, I turn it to low. So.
And then does it auto shut off?
Nope. I just turn it off in the morning. There's probably some that do, but mine doesn't. And so I'll wake up in the middle of the night, and I just reach my feet down, and I'm like, and then I fall back asleep. It's wonderful.
Nice.
Highly recommend. If you don't have one, Amazon that stuff. You don't have to leave your house and worry about breathing in the cold air. Get you some.
Right.
That's my wool gathering for today. Get you all the electric heating elements you can.
Yep.
So anyway, I was light on knitting today, but I was just chock full of information.
And advice.
Random, useless to some people information. You're welcome. Well, this was a blast.
Of course.
I love you.
I know.
And we will see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye. Don't forget to slay.